Strongman Eric Moss.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is this thing on?
No.
Check. Can everybody hear me okay? Seem to be having a couple technical difficulties. Check. You know what? It's not turning on.
Delay game.
Thank you, sir. All right, I don't normally do this with a handheld microphone because it kind of interrupts the flow of my show, but we'll do the best we got. We work with what we're given, right? So, my name is Eric Moss. I am a modern-day performing strongman. If you are unfamiliar with what that is I perform feats of strength like bending steel bars, breaking chains, rolling up frying pans, that sort of thing as part of a live show. It is similar to what the sort of thing that you would see during the vaudeville era of the golden age of live entertainment, but with a modern day twist. Now, some of the things that you're going to see today might defy belief, but I promise you, everything that you are about to see today is in fact real. Nothing has been tampered with in any way, shape, or form. Everybody understands that, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So, the very first feat that I have, structural steel bar. This is what they use to make buildings and bridges and railroads and stuff like that. Tough stuff. Thank you, sir. Structural steel. This is why they pay me the big bucks. And that is how my first mentor, the late New Jersey Superman Greg Tonic, taught me to steal the show. I'm gonna pass this around. Just pass that around real quick. Now back in the day, back about 100 or so years ago, when strength acts were more commonplace, there was a rite of passage, so to speak. See, a strength performer wasn't recognized by their peers as legitimate unless they could bend one of these in their hands. This is a 6-inch spike, also known as a 60-penny nail. Anybody want to check this out real quick? Real? Yep. Now what I'm going to be using for protection are these soft suede wraps. Anybody want to check this out real quick?
I'll do it.
Any funny business?
No funny business.
No trap doors, no hidden compartments? How do they smell? They're just kidding, good smell. Round of applause for our volunteer, please. I get someone almost every show with that. Usually it's kids that I get with that, but still. Yeah. Here. Yeah, I'm 40, but I identify as 27. guess you could say I nailed that one. I'm gonna pass this around. Okay. So for my next feat, you know, I've been doing this actually it's been 10 years. And during that time, I've met motivational speakers, magicians, and mentalists. Now, if you're familiar with what a mentalist is, they do like a mind reading show. And I have a mentalist friend that I was gonna have do this with me, but I didn't really want to pay him. You just keep passing that around. So I'm gonna have to do this next part without him. And I need 2 volunteers. That's 1 volunteer. Round of applause for our volunteer. And I need another one for this to go well.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Round of applause for our volunteer, please. Okay. So what we have here is a deck of cards. Hello? There we go. We have a deck of cards, right? Unopened. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna open that deck, you're gonna select a card, you're gonna show it to everybody except me. Now, any card. Yep. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look you in the eyes so you can see that I'm making eye contact the entire time. Oh, you have nice eyes. You have a nice smile too. It's kind of awkward, right? Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm married, so nope. Keep your eyes up here, all right? You got your card?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Put it back in the box. Doesn't really matter. Is it back in the box?
Yep.
Okay, good. Now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna read your mind, and then I'm going to rip the card that you selected without taking it out of the box.
Got it.
Now, what was the card you picked?
Clovers.
Clubs.
I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. Round of applause for our volunteers, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now, this one's always an audience favorite. This is a frying pan. You can always use more cowbell.
It's for omelets.
Now we're cooking.
Or burritos.
And that is how I roll.
Did you take the receipt? Bring it back to Walmart?
I didn't realize that I'm starting to run out of these. You know, it's funny, when I buy these, I get them from ShopRite, and I wait till they go on sale. 2 for $10, pretty good price. And then I'll just walk out with a whole shopping cart full of frying pans. And then they ask me what I do with it, and I say, oh, I rolled them up. And they're like, okay. I'm like, nothing, really? Yeah. My next feat, I need another volunteer, and I need a folding chair. Preferably a male volunteer.
There, I got one right here. Come on, get over here. Here's your male volunteer.
Round of applause for our volunteer. It takes a lot of guts, especially when you don't really know what I'm going to do. So we'll just wait on that folding chair real quick. Here he comes.
You got two folding chairs.
Two folding chairs.
Which one you need?
We'll try one from the farthest.
It doesn't matter. One of your tabs already there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Have a seat, my friend. Now,
Close your legs. It's not laughing.
as you can see, I have a balloon here. I'm gonna just inflate this real quick. Hold this real quick.
You can do it, Aaron.
Okay. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna nestle this between your legs. The farther back, the better. Yeah. Now, you're gonna put a piece of wood on top of that. Just hold that nice and tight. You might actually want to make the balloon go down a little bit. Just make sure that it's nice and tight. A little bit farther back, maybe. Okay.
Did you do this last time?
So what I have here, that's far enough back. A little bit farther back. A little bit. Oh. Squeeze it too hard. Let's start over.
There you go. Now he's up.
I think he's nervous. That's why. I think Marco's a little nervous. You know, you're scared, Marco. You look a little scared. Don't squeeze your thighs so hard next time, all right?
It's okay. 1 in 5 men. Okay. Get that nice and far back. That board on top of it nice and tight.
There you go.
Now, what I have here is another nail. And in this other hand, I have a dinky little shop rag. You know, the kind that you use when you work on cars and stuff. Not really much protection. Now, what I'm going to attempt to do is take this nail and put it through the wooden board by hand. It's a feat that I like to call a DIY vasectomy. Don't worry, I learned how to do it on YouTube.
Now, Marco, just stay still. Don't move. On the bright side, it's not a hot day, Marco.
Better know his tone.
Now, just real quick, danger with this feat is very real. I know of 3 other highly respected strength performers that put the nail through their hand instead of the wooden board. Hopefully, that doesn't happen to me. Hopefully, we pop the balloon, and only the balloon.
Oh, real quick.
Don't worry, I hardly ever mess this up.
Ever. Never messed up.
Round of applause for our volunteer, please. Oh, come on, he put himself on the line. Bigger round of applause than that. Thank you. So now that I have nailed down your attention, I'm going to talk for a little bit before the finale feat, which, trust me, you're going to want to be around for this. 10 years ago, I began my journey becoming a modern-day performing strongman under the direction of the late New Jersey Superman Greg Matonic. And what Greg taught me is that we are all capable of so much more than we realize. And I believe that every single one of us owes it to ourselves to find out what we are truly capable of. Now, for 10 years, there has been one feat that would simultaneously excite me and scare the hell out of me. And when Ed reached out to me to be a part of this event, I thought to myself, this is the year. This is the year that I'm finally going to do it. This is where I'm finally going to do it. And today is the day that I'm finally going to do it. Now, I can't really do it in here, so everybody is going to have to follow me over this way.
Please move in an orderly fashion.
Right here. You're going to be here, and the bike's going to be facing that way.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till he circles back before I...
Not right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I have here is a Yamaha R6. What I have here is a Yamaha R6. It's a racing motorcycle. High performance. Most cops won't bother chasing this because one pull of the throttle and it is gone. And it is capable of moving of speeds of around 160 miles an hour. I'm going to try to hold it back.
Alright folks, so you heard Eric. He is going to try using a truck and himself holding this motorcycle back from going that direction. Ed, could you do me a favor and just move that cone and then come over to the high? We're going to move that cone right over there just in we have a clear way, just in case. Anybody standing down that direction should just keep their eyes and ears open. As Eric said, this is a bike capable of doing 160 miles an hour. This is not something that should be attempted. You should never attempt this at home. Let's make some noise for Eric, folks. Let's go!
applause for my rider, Ray, for being a part of
Hey, the motorcycle rider. Because guess what? There's an air of danger for him as well.
Can we give a round of applause for Ed for putting this thing together?
All right.
Can we give a round of applause for Chris for getting me connected to this in the first place?
And then
And a round of applause for my parents for birthing such a fine individual. And then last but not least, please give yourselves a round of applause.
Because if it weren't for you, this wouldn't be possible, and I have no audience to perform for. Thank you so much.
We'll leave it out one more time. Eric Moss.
That was impressive.